Sitting to order, please rise for the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Potts?
Here.
Mr. Ranieri?
Here.
Mrs. Fazio?
Here.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Here.
Mr. Root?
Here.
Mrs. Kelly?
Here.
Mr. Bauer?
Here.
Mr. Leishman?
Here.
And Mr. Wood?
Here.
And Mr. Wood is just...
Here. Here he is.
Here.
Right on time.
Is your microphone working, Joyce? Sounds like that, quiet. Okay, public notice of this meeting pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act has been given by the clerk in the following manner. One, posted on the bulletin board in the Borough Clerk's office on January 5th, 2016, and two, emailed to the retrospect and courier post on January 5th, 2016. We have reports.
Reports. We have the ordinance. We have the report of the police department for the month of June. A total of $94.21 was collected for accident, discovery, solicitor reports, and firearm permits. All monies were turned over to the treasurer. We have the report of the treasurer for the period ending June 30th. There was $138,876.90 collected in taxes, no money in grants. Other revenues, $242,122.74. Total disbursements, $3,854,781.83. Sewer fund receipts collected, $15,499.51. And total sewer fund disbursements, $79,253.66. We have the report of the Registrar of Vital Statistics for the month of June. A total of $3,218 was collected for death copies, marriage copies, fetal burial permits, and one marriage license. All monies were turned over to the treasurer. We have the report of the Borough Clerk for the month of June. A total of $13,789 was collected for various licenses and permits, including pet licenses. All monies were turned over to the treasurer. We have the report of the construction official for the month of June. A total of $20,204 was collected. All monies were turned over, and for various permits, COs, etc. All monies were turned over to the treasurer. The report of the fire marshal for the month of June. Fire fees collected, $9,368.35. 72 inspections completed. There were 124 EMS incidents and 40 fire incidents, 4 type 1 permits issued, and EMS fees collected in June, $28,166.18. All monies were turned over to the treasurer. We have the report of the municipal court for the month of May. A total of $15,505.59 was collected in fines. All monies were turned over to the treasurer. We have the report of the tax collector for the month of June. A total of $138,876.90 was collected. And for sewer rentals, $15,499.51. And all these monies were turned over to the treasurer, and that's all I have.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the reports as read?
I so move.
I second that.
A motion by Ms. Kelly, second by Mr. Lobenstein. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the motion is passed. Approval of minutes. Motion is in order for the approval of minutes of the May 24, 2016 and June 8, 2016 meetings as submitted by the clerk, as each member has received copies of the same. Is there a motion?
I can abstain from 5/24/16 and also from 6/8/16.
Okay,
And I abstain from 6/8.
okay.
I have to abstain from 5/24/16 caucus minutes.
Well then, John, Bob, and Mike, can you one of you make a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
I'll second that.
Motion by Mr. Root, second by Mr. Ranieri. All in favor?
Can
Any
you go over
opposed?
that again as to who's abstaining? I have Cassie abstains from
From
both,
5,
right?
yes.
And Eleanor,
From the 24th,
and then,
the caucus.
and then Craig the 8th.
And Craig, you're from the
Okay, communications. You want to read the letters?
There are two thank you notes. You want me to read them?
Please.
Well, they address it to me
I know.
because I'm the person that sets this all up. They don't, and it does say, if you looked at the card inside.
I'm not saying that, it's okay, it's
It says,
okay.
"Dear Joyce Pinto, thank you so much for the Bill McGrath Memorial Award. I really appreciate the award and gift. Thank you, Zach Servany." And the other one is, "Dear Joyce Pinto, thank you for the Bill McGrath Memorial Award. I'm so grateful. From Itinerant Time." I think they're both from
St. Teresa's?
St. Teresa's.
Yes. And make it clear, Joyce does help Pat set it up and works with the school. All right, is there a motion to accept the communications?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, motion by Mr. Ranieri, second by Ms. Passy, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Committee reports, Finance and Administration. Mr. Ranieri.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Good evening, everybody. And I hope everybody had a happy 4th of July, and hope you're at the parade. It's pretty awesome. I enjoyed it. I just want to touch base. In our last meeting, we voted to approve bond ordinance in the amount of $1,390,000 for various projects and equipment throughout the town, including Public Works and also Harry Williams Building. We are moving forward on all fronts here, and equipment's ordered, and we're making progress. The Finance Committee, Eleanor, Mike Root, Rich, myself, we are working on each department, and we're looking at production, staffing, wages, and we're making sure that each department continues to grow along with our town's progress. And I got some very good news today. I've said many times, last couple of years, our taxes not only have not increased, but they have decreased slightly. We just got our tax rate certified for the county, and the average home assessed at $147,265 will be saving this year overall $15.79 on their taxes. So enjoy it, and spend it well.
So the county rate came in much lower.
Yeah, it did. Our rate is 3.79, and the rest is progress.
So Joyce, you'll send me a tax bill here?
Eventually.
I think people will be very excited about it.
Same process. Send it to them, then send it to here, they send it to there.
Okay, anything else, sir?
That's it, progress.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Public safety, Ms. Scott.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, I want to comment on our wonderful 4th of July booklet. Thank you for putting that out. Mrs. Passio is our public events director, and she was in charge of this. And also to the businesses that contributed to the ads that were in the book. And please support those businesses because they support us. And of course, if anybody hasn't received it, we have our new newsletter. Thank you again, John and Patty, for this wonderful, and Mayor Kapadas, thank you. And hopefully everybody has received it by now. And if not, there are extra copies, and they are available for you at the Borough Hall. So, let me give you my report.
Okay.
After that wonderful parade yesterday, oh, what a fabulous parade. Oh, it was awesome. Okay, well, our police had one Narcan deployment. Let me get this over here, in case anybody can't hear me. One Narcan deployment over the month of June, and they had 212 arrests for the month, 1,121 arrests for the year. They had 7 drug arrests, and like I said, 1 Narcan deployment. So that's for the police. Our fire department also had a Narcan deployment, 1 Narcan deployment. They had 124 responses for the EMS and 40 fire responses. Year to date, they have collected over $190,000 in EMS fees and fire fees. This is outstanding because if this keeps up, we're headed for a $400,000 return on our EMS and fire department. And it's incredible. We've never had that before. If you were at the parade yesterday, you saw our new utility vehicle. It's beautiful. It's bright red. It's fully equipped. and it was in the parade, and everybody was noticing how beautiful it was, along with our wonderful Quinn. The fire prevention staff has completed all monthly inspections, and they have updated the Borough website with our inspection forms and applications for compliance and permits. The EMS, as I said, responded to 124 incidents in June, and the staff is currently working on our active shooter and high hazard response. This is an important deployment because we have to be able to respond to something like this, especially in our schools. So the fire department and the police department are working together to achieve that kind of deployment. And that's our report, Mayor.
Thank you. Very nice. Public events, Ms. Pass.
Oh, okay, thank you very much, Mayor and Council. There's a lot of thank yous, so bear with me. I want to thank the Rotary Club for sponsoring the bike parade. I don't have the names of the winners on that. I didn't get that number, I'm sorry. Runnemede Women's Club for sponsoring the baby parade. We had judges that were from out of town, and we had most patriotic. We have one that had most patriotic. It was Savannah Montes. We had most comical, who was Danielle Morales. We had best impersonation, which was Julianne DeFelice and Sophia DeFelice. We had fancy dress, Lorelei Harkins. Most original, Alexander Sampolsky, Braden Mason, Matthew Zutel. And the youngest was Tabitha Tartaglia, and the best decorated float was Cameron Davis. So everyone had a really good time. It was very nice. We had free water ice next to Anthony's Water Ice.
We had free water rights?
Yeah.
It's all over everything.
The kids were all
Cherry.
red. Cherry, next time maybe we should get.
Mr. Ranieri was hawking it pretty good. We can make money selling water ice, I think.
I want to thank Gardner's Funeral Home for all the free popcorn and snow cones during the parade. It was really, they always support us all the time. Chief Daly and our police forces, traffic and crowd control, and their presence make our 4th of July parade one of the safest and best family entertainments. Thank you to Mayor Kapadas and council members for your support in keeping up our town's tradition. Thank you to my committee, John and Eleanor, for your endless hours of working to get all this put together. Thank you to our Congressman Donald Norcross and all our Camden County dignitaries, including Norman, who is Freeholder Nash's head. And I want to thank all the participants, because without the participants, we wouldn't have a parade. And without the people coming out to support us, we wouldn't have a parade. So without you, you shared in our sunshine, and we couldn't do it without you. It was a job well done. It will be bigger and better next year. So Runnemede does rock. I also want to remind everyone that we will have a concert on the Greens on July 20th at 7 p.m. Hagen and String Band will be performing, and that will be at Harry Williams. Every household, Eleanor did, show everyone the newsletter, and every household should have received our newsletter, but sometimes the post office doesn't always deliver, and for that, I'm sorry. I did not get a newsletter. Did everyone here get a newsletter, Runnemede newsletter? If not, I have them there on the chair. The Borough, you can come to the Borough, to the front office. We have them there, and I will be bringing some over to the library. And I'm really sorry for whoever did not get it. I was told, yeah, just me. No, my one side of the street got it. The other side, she said she ran out. All Shepherd didn't get it. People down by Mary Bowles. So I'm really sorry, because we did pay for everyone in our town to receive the newsletter, and I certainly do apologize. Also, I think, I sent everyone, this is called Runnemede Walks to the Olympics, and will you accept the challenge? Do we need to have a resolution for
I
this?
think we can do a resolution, just
You
to
think we
accept
can
it.
do that?
It's part of our sustainability.
Okay, it's part of our wellness program that we're going to do. It's part of the Green Team. It's part of sustainability. I'm just going to read this to you real quick. It says, our mayor and council and Green Team and the library would like to invite you to walk to Rio. This year, the 21st Olympics will be held in Rio de Janeiro. Is it the 21st Olympics? I thought it was like the 31st or something. Anyway, it says 21st Olympics will be held in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. And we have until the end of August to get there. Using your fitness device on your phone and the honor system to track your progress and to keep track of your steps and miles. So are you game? There is an average of 2,000 steps to a mile. So if you want to take the shorter water/flying route, you need to log 4,786 miles. If you want to go hardcore, you can take the walking route, starting in Philadelphia and walking down through Mexico and across South America to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. The total is roughly 8,308 miles. I knew you could do it there. So, if you would like to try the walking route, we recommend creating a relay team. This way, the team can split up the miles needed and work together to walk all the way to Rio. So would you, council and mayor, like to have a team?
Yes, I'll be on it. I'll be on it.
Okay. Okay. And
All right.
Okay, so that's okay, right? Can you make the trek before closing ceremonies on August 21st? Let us know your progress by calling or stopping by the library to keep track of your totals on the Olympic Challenge Board. Awards will be presented for the team and individual with the most miles at the September 6th Borough Council meeting. Gold, silver, and bronze medals for the team with the most miles logged by August 21st, 2016, and gold, silver, and bronze medals for the individuals with the most logged miles. Stop by the library to sign up or join us on Facebook. Comment and track your progress on what they, Kathy Lucinda has already put on a Facebook page, which is called Runnemede Walks to Rio. So you can go on there, log on the miles, and okay, so we're going to be a team.
Be a team, as long as we have Mr. Wright,
Mr. Law.
Yes.
Mr. Law running for, Mr.
Oh, it's kicking my tail.
Law.
So we're going
You're
to.
training for a marathon.
Yes.
Well,
So I have a device, what kind of device do I need?
Okay.
Till August 21st.
Okay.
Okay, so, all right. So
It's about 25 steps coming in.
We'll put the resolution on.
They all count. Keep track of it.
We'll put a resolution.
I'm joking.
I will, we got this.
Yeah. All
All
right.
right, thank you very much. Is there anything
That
else?
concludes, no, I think that's it. That concludes my report. Thank you very much.
Okay, great. We'll put a resolution for that.
Okay.
Okay, engineering.
Patty, great parade. That was really, we did 4 or 5 parades, and that was, Runnemede was definitely the best.
Oh, thanks.
And the crowds were the best.
Yeah, we had a lot of good energy.
A lot of people out there. It was very
They were excited.
I have nothing to report, so I'm gonna rely on my clerk or let Mark
Okay.
do his thing.
There were some kids throwing candy very hard. Did you notice that? I got hit in the face with a candy.
Oh, my gosh.
How it works. Mr. Rude.
I think it was just some people.
Yeah, somebody from the side.
It's like I didn't have tomatoes.
It wasn't a kid, Mayor.
It was a
I'm also going to go on my report to the caucus, and anything new Rich would have, anything that's going on with Public Works, and he does, so we'll just wait for it.
We did have a 3-hour-long caucus meeting. We did have a long. All right, great. Parks and Recreation, Mr. Longstein?
Not much to report. RY is wrapping up baseball soon. The soccer field down at Green Acres is coming along. I was down there a couple days ago. And the only thing sad I have to report is that vandalism that we had down at the bathrooms. I believe it's been cleaned up. Hopefully we'll find the person who did it, 4 persons. But other than that, I have progress.
Thank you very much. Okay, administrators report, Mr. Wright? You have a lengthy report, Mr. Wright?
I do not. Just about the security issue.
Yeah, talk about it.
Thank you. We're going to add 2 more cameras to the building at Green Acres because it can handle 4 for some reason. When this was installed, I guess due to budget constraints on the front and the right side where the ball doors have a camera. So we're going to put a camera on those sides.
So we're gonna have cameras on all 4 sides?
Correct.
I think originally it was only over the doors with the
Yeah.
thought process that they would try to break in.
Yeah.
There is a door on all 4 sides, so it's just a roll up in the bathroom.
Or the main doors, yeah.
Camera at this point in time. So,
And how soon is that gonna happen?
probably in the next couple weeks.
Soon as better.
Logistics of buying the equipment. get it all.
You know, even with the bike patrol all the time there, it's, I just don't know how to control these vandalisms.
Cameras.
Cameras.
That's it.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to do it.
Had we had a camera on that back side, we would have
Yeah,
had
yeah,
no problem.
no.
We
That
watched,
took a while.
we watched 4 hours of tape and,
They tend not to vandalize when the cops cops are nearby, so.
Well, that's true.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't be-
The bike patrol is a deterrent.
With regards to that long council meeting we had, we're working on bringing that stuff to council. It was a process to get it there. Tonight we will have 2 action items for appointments. One is for EMT and the other one is for a sewer worker. The ordinances have to be updated. I'm going through that process now. I spoke to a few of you earlier today. Obviously, it's a short week, it's payroll week, things of that nature. We have a council meeting on the 19th.
We do have a special meeting.
I've asked Joyce to
Joyce, when is that meeting?
amend
It's
the
on the 19th, but I originally, as instructed, said that would be the only item on.
We did advertise only one
to
thing.
re-advertise.
So I am trying to see if I may be cut by telling them it would be, and any other business that comes before.
Oh, you put that little money on the
Well, I
business?
tried.
You should always put that in
I
there.
sent it to Susan last night, just tonight, so if I didn't make it, I'll have to re-advertise.
Okay. The little caveat of any and all other business.
Yeah.
The equipment purchases that were referred to by Councilor Mary, we're going to be utilizing the NJPA National Association for the purchases they do bid during the association. We have a membership in 3 departments, but we've never officially joined. And due to the dollar amounts being included, they're all at the bid limit, so we need to make sure we get that resolution on in the process of getting that downloaded at this point in time.
We have memberships, but we didn't join. What does that mean?
It means the departments individually called up and said, I would like to participate, and filled out the form. And if you're gonna buy something for $50, that's fine, but if you're gonna buy something over $40,000, it doesn't cut the.
Okay.
So
So there's different levels of joining.
You need to officially have membership to basically make us part of the association, apply the rules, as pointed out by Mr. Law. We're in the process of doing that. That will trigger some of the purchases. He said we can do them both at the same meeting, so that we're hoping to have everything. But that meeting,
Enough
and
members.
again, we're moving very quick, so I want to make sure that we have all the quotes, things like the floors, et cetera, that everyone's reviewed it, and seen it, so that we're on the same page. As far as the salary changes, there are ordinances, and we've gone through and tweaking the ordinances for each category of employees, that will.
And when will that come up? At the
That will be
special
at the
meeting?
special meeting.
So that'll be a first reading of an amendment to an ordinance.
Correct.
Okay.
And as we spoke, we're going to try and make the ordinance, one ordinance going forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, anything else? Okay, thank you. Solicitors report. Progress. Engineers report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm going to rely mostly on my report from caucus. I do have 2 additions that's happened since then. Last Thursday, we took bids on the parking lot, and we did a detailed bid tabulation because both apparent low bidders had mistakes in their bids. So when we did a detailed bid tabulation and corrected their errors, Landberg Construction was the low bidder for both the base bid and the ad alternate bid. The costs are about where we thought they would be, so we're looking to award based on availability of funds for either the base or the ad alternate. If you remember, the ad alternate was to put in the DOT driveway on the bike if they allow. There are contingencies. One is favorable review of bid documents by the solicitor. Since there was some mistakes, it might take them a while just to make sure we did everything correctly. And we also need concurrence from Bob Harris at Camden County CDBG, and then money's being available. So depending on how you want to award it, if you want to do it tonight or wait until the special meeting.
Well, I think we can award the parking lot tonight, and then the special meeting for the CDBG fund for Second Avenue?
Yes, I have, yes.
Is that the better way of doing it?
That's whatever you guys want to do. 'Cause
How
You're
much
just going to
additional do you-
you're just going to have contingencies in your approval, that's all.
So per legal review,
Legal,
funding,
Camden County CDBG, and Rich being able to
Okay.
certify availability of funds.
so we just need a resolution for that? Is that just a resolution at the end?
And the second thing I want to talk about, which you just mentioned, was the CDBG project at Second Avenue and Central Avenue, which is a small intersection improvement. We're trying to get that done by the beginning of the school year. So we've outlined a schedule where it's currently advertised. The bid opening is scheduled for next Friday. There's going to be a special meeting on Tuesday, July 19th, to hopefully award it if the bids come in where we expect them to be. The pre-construction meeting will be Monday, August 1st. Notice to proceed would be Tuesday, August 2nd, and a 30-day contract would put us at completion date of September 2nd.
So right before school.
So we're right.
Liquid damages if they're late? So they'll know they have 30 days that
It's in the contract documents. That schedule I just outlaid is actually in our scope of work. So the bidders all know that it's critical that we get done by the beginning of the school year.
And Mark, that's just asphalt being overlaid.
We're doing 2 handicap ramps,
Oh.
and Second Avenue on the east side coming into the intersection is in bad shape.
Oh,
It has
yeah.
concrete gutter, so we have to pull out the old concrete gutter and do some curb work.
So
So it's
curbs,
curb.
asphalt,
And curb, handicap ramps,
And s-
and asphalt, and then thermoplastic traffic markings.
wow.
But it can all be done in 30 days.
30 days.
So,
Okay.
that concludes my report, unless anybody has any questions.
Any questions? Okay, great. Old business, we have none. Public comment on agenda items. These are once again, this is open to the public. Anything we're going to be voting on tonight. So this part of the meeting is open to the public. Anyone wishing to make a statement, please come to the microphone, list your name and address. Seeing no one, is there a motion to close the public portion?
I'll second that motion.
Okay, motion by Mr. Lobenstein, second by Ms. Pascal. All in favor?
Aye.
Public portion is closed. There will be another public portion at the end. This is just for the items we're going to be voting on. Okay, new business. We have Resolution 1682, was a resolution authorizing an interlocal service agreement by and between the County of Camden and the Borough of Runnemede in conjunction with the Governor's Council on Alcoholism and Drug Abuse. Is there a motion?
I make a motion for the resolution authorizing an interlocal service agreement.
Yeah.
I'll second.
Okay, motion by Ms. Pascal, second by Mr. Ranieri. Any other discussion? It's not a roll, is this a roll call? It is a roll call. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mrs. Passios?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Root?
Yes.
And Mr. Ranieri?
Yes.
6 ayes.
Okay, the resolution is adopted. Resolution 1683 is a resolution granting,
Mayor,
yes.
the resolution has the old mayor on there, so that should be.
Joyce likes to use cut and paste,
What are you talking about?
and so
I just thought we still have. That just.
we'll fix it. She catches it before I sign it.
Because this is for municipal alliance, and we don't want to screw that up.
Cut and paste. Thank you. Okay, resolution 1683 is a resolution granting tax exemption for a totally disabled veteran. Is there a motion?
I make a motion. I'll second.
Motion by Mr. Root, second by Mr. Farrell. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mrs. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mrs. Passios?
Yes.
Mr. Ranieri?
Yes.
And Mr. Root?
Yes.
6 ayes.
This resolution is adopted. Resolution 1685 is a resolution authorizing the reinstatement of a pilot program for best work property. Did I pick the 84?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. I jumped. Okay, we get back. 1684. 1684 is a resolution requesting cancellation of 2017 taxes.
This is the state-owned property.
Okay, the state of New Jersey bought a piece of property in our
They
town,
requested for 2017 to be canceled.
so next year.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Ranieri. Need a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Lobenstein. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mrs. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mrs. Passios?
Yes.
Mr. Ranieri?
Yes.
And Mr. Root?
Yes.
6 ayes.
All right, the resolution is adopted. Resolution 1685 is a resolution authorizing the reinstatement of a pilot program for best work property. Is there a motion?
Also move.
I'll second.
Okay, motion by Ms. Kelly, second by Mr. Root. Any discussion? Just let everybody know, this is a nonprofit in town. They had to maintain their nonprofit status, and that's why we are continuing that way. Roll call, please.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mrs. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mrs. Passios?
Yes.
Mr. Ranieri?
Yes.
And Mr. Root?
Yes.
6 ayes.
Okay, the resolution is adopted. Resolution 1686 is a resolution authorizing the Borough of Runnemede to enter into cooperative pricing agreement with the Educational Service Commission of New Jersey. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Mr. Ranieri, second by Mr. Farrell. Any discussion? Any more elaborate on this? This is just the,
That's not the one we're looking for, but.
It's not the purchasing.
Related to the pricing for recycling cans.
okay, this is recycling. Okay. As you can see, we do a lot of co-ops to buy stuff. Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mrs. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mrs. Passios?
Yes.
Mr. Ranieri?
Yes.
And Mr. Root?
Yes.
6 ayes.
All right, this resolution is adopted. Resolution 1687 is is a resolution authorizing property maintenance liens. Is there a motion?
Make a motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Mr. Root, second by Mr. Ranieri. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Passier?
Yes.
Mrs. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Root?
Yes.
And Mr. Ranieri?
Yes.
Six ayes.
The resolution is adopted.
And then we have resolution 1689 is to award the contract to Lambert Construction.
You're skipping ahead, you're getting ahead of me.
I have to find that.
1688. It's not in here, we're 1688.
No, it is not, because we did not have it until a few minutes ago.
Okay, resolution 1688 is a resolution confirming 2016 appointments. You want to say the names and the salaries of the two
I
employees?
have Tracy Ann DeCant. She's to part-time EMS at $12 an hour. That is, yes, it's an EMT.
EMT.
And then I have Joseph Smith, laborer 1 in the sewer department, for $30,846.
Okay. Is there a motion to
I make a
approve?
motion.
I second that.
Motion by Mr. Root, second by Mr. Lobenstein. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Kelly.
Yes.
Mrs. Passier.
Yes.
Mr. Root.
Yes.
Mr. Farrell.
Yes.
Mr. Ranieri.
Yes.
And Mr. Lobenstein.
Yes.
Six ayes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 1689 is the resolution to walk to Rio. The council,
What happened to award the contract?
we'll do that one next.
Oh,
All members of council are required, plus staff, to walk and count their walking.
Every week,
Give a report.
Kathy was in there.
You have it on your phones.
yeah.
Just turn your steps on your phones. Okay, it's resolution 1689. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Mr. Ranieri, second by Ms. Passio. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
What can we call our team?
Slow?
The Runnemede Rocks team.
Give Joyce this so she can write something nice. Please write something nice for us. And it'll go for our parking station. Resolution 1690 as awarding the parking lot bid to Lambert Construction in the amount of,
Or you're going base and alternate?
we're doing base and alternate.
223,077.30.
And that includes the parking lot, the sidewalks, the curbing, the whole, basically the exterior of the building. Well, exterior flat work of the building, let me clarify, the flat work,
With the exception of what's going right next to the relocated door.
except for that. Okay.
There's two pieces of sidewalk that will not be done.
They won't be done until the second phase. Subject to fund availability and legal review.
And concurrence with community
And
development.
And CDBG,
There you go.
it's all three. Okay? Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Okay, motion by Mr. Farrell, second by Mr. Ranieri. Roll call, please.
Darrell.
Yes.
She wrote that in the motion.
Mrs. Passier.
Yes.
Mrs. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein.
Yes.
Mr. Farrell. Mr. Root.
Yes.
And Mr. Ranieri.
Yes.
All right, 6 ayes, the resolution is adopted. Okay, we have some ordinances. We have first reading for ordinance 16-06, which is the flood damage prevention ordinance. Would someone like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to adopt on first reading and advertise according to law with a public hearing to be held on the 3rd day of August, 2016.
Is that correct? Okay. And just let everybody know, the 3rd is a Wednesday because we do skip Tuesday, we go to National Night Out. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, motion by Mr. Root, second by Mr.
This was, we have been directed by the state to pass this ordinance.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with the ordinance, it's a perfectly good ordinance in controlling flood waters and flood damage, et cetera. It's a fairly involved ordinance, and Joyce and I have worked on a very concise
Summary.
synopsis of maybe our publication.
Instead of 33 pages in the, or whatever it was.
13.
13.
Well, just hit the highlights.
Good. Okay. All right, so roll call, please.
Mrs. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Farrell.
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein.
Yes.
Mrs. Passier.
Yes.
Mr. Ranieri.
Yes.
And Mr. Reed.
Yes.
we will come back to that on August 3rd. Ordinance 1607 is an ordinance incorporating the Attorney General's Law Enforcement Directive Number 2016-1, automated deconfliction of planned law enforcement operations and investigations into the Runnemede Police Department's policies and procedures. Is there a motion? Oh, would someone like to make a motion?
I make a motion to adopt on first reading and advertise according to law, with a public hearing to be held on the 3rd day of August 2016.
Okay, is there a second?
A second.
Second by Mr. Longstein.
Okay, this one was, the Attorney General's office has directed that we pass this ordinance to incorporate all that language into the policy manual, if you will, of the police department. So it's just something that needs to be done so that they can coordinate and interact with both the county prosecutor's office and the state AG's office.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Mr. Fowler?
Yes.
Mrs. Kelly?
Yes.
Mrs. Passiano?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson?
Yes.
Mr. Ruth?
Yes.
Mr. Rivera?
Yes.
Very good. Payment of bills. Would someone like to make a motion to pay the monthly bills?
I still make a motion.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Mr. Lobenstein, second by Ms. Passio. Roll call, please.
Mr. Fowler?
Yes.
Mrs. Kelly?
Yes.
Mrs. Passio?
Yes.
Mr. Robinstein?
Yes.
Mr. Root?
Yes.
And Mr. Rivera?
Yes.
6 ayes.
Sorry. Bills are authorized to be paid. This is good and welfare portion of the meeting. Anyone wishing to speak, please come to the microphone, state your name and address.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Mayor, for the record, my name is Robert Del Sordo. I reside at 322 West Cone Street Road in Runnemede. I am a taxpayer of the community.
Yes, you are.
The reason I'm here tonight is for several reasons. First of all, I apologize for not being at some of the prior meetings, but unfortunately, my instructional obligations were on Tuesday nights in the summertime were off. First of all, I'd like to talk about Veterans Green. There was a plaque that was intended to be put next to the Iraqi Freedom Flag, which is on the rock itself, okay? And it was supposed to have the members of our community who served in Operation Desert Storm as well as Operation Enduring Freedom. The Runnemede Civic Association collected $2,000, which was turned over to Mr. Wright when the association was dissolved, and that is in trust, I assume, or in some type of escrow fund. The war is over, and it's time that we honor those guys and ladies from this community who served. And I think at this time it's appropriate that the Borough Council move forward having that plaque put on the side. Mrs. Kelly, it's probably a little more dear to you than anyone because I, along with your late husband and Mr. Beatrice and Mr. Dickinson, actually went to North Jersey and we picked the rock out. I have a picture in my office of us standing by the rock itself, and the rock was selected so that the plaque would go on the side. It will fit with an appropriate plaque. I think the time has come to take some action on that. They deserve to be recognized. It's our longest war we've ever had, and it just seems to be forgotten about. So I waited a long time to see what happened. I do want to compliment Mayor and Council on the reconstruction of the flagpoles. I remember after the wind took place, I was sick about it, and immediately contacted a few people, and they said, no, it's going to be replaced. And they were replaced, and I do compliment you on that, because that was important. Each one of those flagpoles stands for someone who didn't come back to run, and their names are appropriate there, so I do think that was the appropriate thing. The other thing I want to discuss is the gazebo, okay? From the outset at the gazebo, we had a problem with kids with skateboards breaking fencing, okay, with plastic. For many years, we replaced the bollards with wooden bollards and did what we could. A few years ago, somebody decided to take all the fencing down. We had plans at the outset to do one of two things with it, and it's the Civic Association. The Civic Association had plans to take either mesh and put it in front in order to protect it, it's plastic mesh, or more appropriately, and it was offered to the municipality, American Discount Fence was ready to put metal railings around that would match what the gazebo has under the cannon gazebo. You may or may not know it, because some of you may not be involved. That gazebo where the cannon was did not cost this municipality 1 cent. It was donated by American Discount Fence. Mike did it because of the memory of his father, and Harvey Noble restored the cannon in memory of his daughter. So it didn't cost the municipality 1 cent. And that's been very practical with the metal railing. I think the time has come to do what's necessary. There was a lot of money that was donated, and that plaque that's in front of the gazebo, there were people who put their $1,000 up, their $500 up, and their $100 up in order to build that gazebo. And it looks terrible. Now it's nothing more than a pavilion than what's there. I think you owe it to those people who supported that gazebo to at least restore it to a point where it's presentable. Right now, it's like a picnic bench or a picnic pavilion. So I'm suggesting to you that I'm sure American Discount Fence would live up to its prior commitment and have the metal railings put around there so that it would have some indication of being a gazebo again, as opposed to a pavilion. Just throwing it out to you for it may be worth. Waited for a long time, doesn't look like much anymore. So I'll throw that out to you. Now, let's get down to more germane situations. Immediately across from my office, as you know, there's a public easement that runs through to a spillway. Okay? That spillway controls all the drainage from Black Horse Pike down Clemensford Road and into the stream, which eventually takes to Hirsch's Lake. And there is a large spillway that's maintained there. The state highway department, as well as your local highway department, has to be able to get down there in order to service it. You can't get down there. The tree has fallen across the roadway. I notified the fire marshal, I notified the public works, I notified the police department. The tree is still there. Now, I'm giving you fair warning. What's going to happen is there's a fire down there, the fire engines can't get down there. The police department can't get back down there, so it's a nice little haven. Everybody walks back there now, if you understand what I mean by that. You know, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, they take a little walk back in there. Our police department can't get back there. I don't know what it takes to get a tree cut. If necessary, I can get a chainsaw and cut it, but you've got to keep that road open, because if we get a flood and that spillway backs up, we've got a problem. It's going to be, it'll back right up to Black Horse Pike, it'll back up to your front door here, because everything coming from, actually from Dr. Patel's office and all the way from 4th Avenue down, goes right down Clemensford Road into that spillway. There are boxes that were put on there. Can I really impose upon, I don't know which one of you is now involved in public works, I'm willing to raise your hand. I know there's some movement around. Mike,
It's on the list to be,
yeah, Mike,
we had to hire a contractor. Our guys aren't capable of doing that. We hired a contractor. There's a list Harry has of trees. There's a couple houses that have problems with trees that are on, in the woods, half on their property, that we're getting contractors coming out. He's cutting up these trees. He's backed up. The last storm got him backed up, but he's scheduled. I think we're next on his schedule to come out and cut down the trees.
I don't want to say catastrophe. You got 1.9 acres back there, and if it goes up in flames, there's some people going to have to come.
It's on our schedule to get removed.
I
I
understand.
can't ask a guy to go out there with a chainsaw who's never picked up a chainsaw before.
Okay.
So we're hiring a guy. He's going to come out and he's going to take care of it.
All right. Okay. Now let's talk about that. All right. The bridge on Clemensford Road is in sad shape. Okay. Now let me tell you about that bridge so you're aware of it. It may not mean much to you, but if you understand that bridge was built in 1926. The bridge itself is sturdy. I'm not talking about traffic. I'm talking about the actual bridge itself, the aesthetic part of the bridge itself. It was built in 1926. That was the gateway. Up until that time, you could not go from the Black Horse Pike down to Clements Bridge, to the bridge itself. You had to go around Evesham Road and down. It was a big thing when they opened that bridge. The county went in there and county built it. Later on, in 1930, the WPA came in and they put concrete down and they completed Clemensford Road from the Black Horse Pike down to the point. The bridge itself, it looks like it's got graffiti on it, but not. It's effervescence is really what's happening to it. The concrete is coming out, and it's on both sides of it. Not too important because the face is where the spillway was. I don't think anybody cares. The front part of it is beginning to look tattered looking, and it should be addressed. I mean, it should be addressed with a power washer, and it should be addressed to keep it. The plaques are there. I mean, if you read the plaques are there. That was a proud function of our county when that put in, and the freeholders were very proud to have put the funds up for that. I think the borough owes it to the county, I think the borough owes it to the citizens, to at least get a power washer out there and pressurize it, see if you get some of the effervescence off of the concrete itself. Not a big job, but, I mean, I don't have the authority to do it, but I mean, if you want, I'll do it, I mean, I can do it, but I mean, it's not a problem, it's not a big job, but you have to have authority to do that. But take a look at it, I think it might be a good project for an hour or 2 hours for one of your public works employees to go out there and just address the bridge up on both sides. Okay, now, on that property, as you know, immediately across from me is the easement. All right? We had a problem. Klein Company, which was the gas installation company, all of a sudden decided that they were going to start parking their vehicles on top of that. That's Green Acres. What they did is they dumped concrete, asphalt, and they put their backbone over there. I blew up, to be candid with you, when I saw the concrete there, because you can't dump concrete on a Green Acres. The comment was made that, well, the town said we could do it. I said, okay, who said it in the town? Well, the guy from the public works, you know, was the guy, you know, you get the guy. That didn't buy it. So I talked to him very simply, and I said, here's the deal. I said, this has got to be corrected. You have taken away the natural vegetation from that. You made a mud hole out of it. They literally went in with a 10-wheeler truck, the truck's on down, there were ruts that were in there. What he did is he came back and he graded it and just left it there. I went up today and talked to the Klein Company. I said, you were told to crush concrete down. You have to put a packing on that. The reason for it, very simply, is the fact that there's a hill. And the water runs down the hill and runs right into the stream itself. If you just say, well, the guy from the town said that all we had to do was put topsoil down and seed it. I said, well, that's like throwing the seed into the water itself. I said, you need something to pack it down.
Is this the roadway, or is this
No,
just
this
the
is-
land
this
off
is
to the side?
Land off to the side, where the easement is. Okay. So, as of the afternoon, I don't know. I called the public works guy. He didn't even bother returning my call, so I don't know where he was. But I don't know. But I'm going to suggest that it was been a serious violation of Green Acres requirements in this matter for them to do what they did. They've taken the concrete away, took the asphalt away, but what they did is left a mud hole there. And it was a mud hole this morning. So I'm going to ask the mayor and council to get active with this Klein Company and let them do what they're supposed to do. And that is put a packing down and then let the natural vegetation come back again on that area itself.
Right to the right of the bridge as you're looking at, right? On the road from your.
Correct, across my office. Maybe that's the only I can explain it. It's when I look out the front door. Okay, so I mean, that's the easiest way.
The potential area that we've talked about for a park.
Yeah.
That's correct, that's almost verbatim where we're talking about. Now it's a mud hole. So, I mean,
So tough to make it a park.
I don't know what kind of park we're in, we're gonna make a mudslide in there, you know. Mud wrestling, we can do that. Okay, so that's the situation. Now, also, on that side of the bridge, I bought the property immediately adjacent to the stream on the other side. It was an eyesore. You may have noticed it's a green stucco building, and I just got tired of looking.
We're glad you bought it.
So you're gonna make it nicer, Tom?
What's that?
You're gonna make it nicer?
Well, I'm gonna put some new wood in the front. I'm gonna put some new plywood. Yes, I mean, I'm gonna have to spend probably
Different tarp on the roof?
yeah, we're gonna redo the roof.
Nice.
I'm gonna probably have to spend $50,000 to $60,000 on it. I mean, to be very candid. But somebody had to do it. Yeah, so it was a beautiful home. It was a beautiful home. It's got 2 fireplaces and all of it. But forget that part. It has nothing to do with the garage. What I'm concerned about is this, and that is that the water on that side is pooling. Okay, it's substantially deep over there, and it's a mosquito bin. We're worried about mosquitoes. We're worried about this thing. And I looked down in there. What has happened was the state actually came over on my side as a result of Bach engineers and whatnot. We were involved. They were going to put Gabriel's baskets in and things of that nature. But they've cleaned everything down to the spillway on my side. However, nobody ever did anything on the other side there. And when I looked over there, there's trash down in there. There's signs down in there. It's just pooled water that's down there. It's not flowing. And the only way you can fix it is you're going to have to change the channeling of it so that the water flows. So, I mean, I'm not an engineer, but the old story, if you make it this wide, it's going to flow faster than this
Is
one.
it your, is it near your property you just bought?
Jason,
It's adjacent to
Okay,
it.
so where, just tell me so I can write down where it's.
to the right, facing.
Give me, is is on Smith Avenue, where is it?
Clemensford Road, it's between 343 West Clemensford Road and whatever 330, I don't know, 3 something it is. I don't know.
Thank you.
Okay, but it's for the easement, but it's the stream itself, the bridge itself. Take a look at it, because it's streaming, and it's a mosquito problem there. So I just suggest to you that, I don't know whether that should be done by the state, whether it should be done locally. Their attitude is they were done as soon as they were able to clear the tunnel that goes underneath. That was the end of their problem. They went in there and cut it out, and so they couldn't care less what goes, and the rest of it goes down to Burgess Lake. But that's the problem that's in there. So I suggest to you that something should be done on that. Now, the final reason why I came in today, which is really the main reason why I came in, is concerning tax lien certificates, all right? I was shocked to learn that there were 9 tax liens against this property, which had been satisfied, okay, back in the year 2000, 2001. However, the mortgage companies or whoever the servicing agencies never took them off record. So it's a document you have to send up to the county clerk to take it off record. When I saw that on the title report, I contacted the Borough tax collector, and Mr. Pinto informed me that it was going to cost them $100 a piece to get these duplicate certificates made. Well, that flabbergasted me, because it's a one-page document. Now, what I did was I questioned where the $100 came. She was kind enough to provide me with the fee ordinance showing $100. Okay. Now, it still bothers me, because I know it's a one-page document. It's nothing that I had anything to do with. It's not that there was a lien or anything. I did a little investigation. I contacted Deptford Township. Deptford Township's cost was $25. Gloucester Township, nothing, free. Pinella, nothing. Clementon, nothing. Mount Ephraim, nothing. Barrington, the first one is free, and after that, $25 a piece. I had to pay $900 for this municipality to get something which is really no lien of mine against the property, but in order to get it cleared for title, I had to pay $900. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that is downright excessive. There's no reason for it. I see no reason whatsoever. The fee should be somewhere equated to the amount of work that is associated with doing that, making the duplicate itself. And I question whether it takes $900 worth of work to make 9 certificates up. And I'm respectfully asking 2 things. Number one, is you immediately review your fee ordinance and modify that appropriately, because there's just no reason for it. You have people, get me, I got my own problem, but you have people who have gotten into problems, a lot of foreclosures in town, people are trying to bail out of these things, and they don't know that they have to take this lien up, so they lose it. Now they gotta pay another $100. That seems wrong. And when I get 5 or 6 other municipalities that have 0 amount, $25 amount, which is service amount, there's something wrong with Runnemede. I mean, if they're charging $100 for that. So I'll leave that. I'm also going to say this to you, that I think that the amount that I had to pay for this, in order to clear title to that there should be a rebate rendered to me in this particular matter, because I think it's excessive. It has no correlation whatsoever to the amount of work that's done. I'm not faulting Mr. Pinto.
I hope you're not faulting this council.
No, I'm not faulting this council, because this council had no, it was 2007.
Yes.
But you inherited these things.
I know I did,
Yeah.
but it's, once again, almost a 10-year-old ordinance.
I understand,
And
but
it's the first time that it's been brought, I think, to anyone's attention, that it was.
But I mean, I'm saying to you inherited, I mean, you may not like what you got. It's like
We never knew.
it's like adopting a baby. I mean, they're cute and they're small, but they get big. So, I mean, you get a problem with it. But my answer to you is this. I'm going to ask that there be rebated a substantial amount back to me for that purpose, okay? And that's up to the mayor and council what they want to do with that particular matter. That's it. So,
We'll review it.
okay. Have anything further? I'm glad to answer any further questions.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else wish to speak?
I was given to understand that there was going to be a resolution today with regards to the authorization of payment for waste disposal fees to my clients. I didn't hear anything, and so I just
Yes, not on
wanted,
the agenda. Could you address that?
so I just wanted to bring it up.
This is the one that we've been going back.
Is this an apartment complex?
Yes.
Yeah, we've been going back and forth with council for a while, and Rich was hopeful that we were going to get a resolution on this meeting, and as a result of his hopefulness, I actually notified council that I anticipated that it was going to be on for this meeting, but with everything else you heard that he was involved in, he didn't get a chance to do it, so I apologize for not remembering and telling you that. Forgive me.
I mean, it was a little bit more than that, but.
What department complex is it?
It is,
You must represent a lot of apartment complexes.
Meadows at Runnemede Investors.
Metropolitan, Meadows?
Yeah, 100 Hartford Drive.
The package is being reviewed by our new superintendent. When it was provided to our old superintendent, he kicked it back stating that because of we had a contract with a management company, he said it was a legal issue, although I didn't necessarily agree. He couldn't review it, but since we're back at the process with our new superintendent, he is in the process of reviewing it. And we will have a number, it will not be one presented. There's duplicate services in there, not substantial.
The apartment complex presented a number?
There's late fees, there's duplicate services. So basically, I'm not just gonna write a check for the total amount. We have to review the entire package.
The process-
It's in process.
It's been going on, council notified me in my capacity as a solicitor, and I believe it was 2015 fees.
2014, actually.
2014 fees. And as Rich explained, the process kind of got bogged down by the process not happening because of the wrong person. So that we thought that he would be done this by now, but, so we just got to make sure that that there aren't duplications, that there aren't things in there that we're not obligated for, and then Rich will come up with a number. And when I know that, I will communicate that to you as well, and I will let you know when it's really one. I apologize.
My client has just requested because it's been over a year.
Yeah, we apologize. I mean, we have a special meeting, as you heard, if it can get done then, and we have a meeting, well, twice a month, so we'll do our best to get it resolved. Apologize for you coming. Hope you didn't try too far.
Magitz, it's Magitz.
And what's the law firm?
Drinkwater and Goldstein.
Okay. Thanks.
And if we-
Was there an amount that you were expecting? Can I ask that question? or is
Well,
that-
the amount that they requested.
The 2014 amount was 27,000.
She, say that she,
$27,737.97.
and the same amount for 2015, or is there a
I
different?
don't have the 2015 amounts because 2014 hasn't been approved yet, but I'll get that from the client and I'll forward that over to Len so that he has it available prior to next meeting. And then I'll get 2016 date as well.
Great.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else wishing to speak? Oh, seeing no one else? Is there a motion to close the public portion?
I make a motion.
Second.
Okay, motion by Mr. Root, second by Mr. Lobenstein. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we are closed. Bob, any-
Yeah, well, you adjourned the meeting.
Oh, jump right to session, I'm
So
sorry.
that, just so council understands, the fee to be charged can be up to $100. This is a fee because when a tax sale certificate is redeemed, someone comes in and pays and redeems the tax sale certificate. The clerk, tax collector, issues a document indicating that it's been redeemed. The person redeeming it, and I haven't seen one in a while, but it might have been the same, has to record that because it's a lien, like a mortgage would be a lien. It has to be recorded in the clerk's office so that the lien is removed.
The county
The
clerk.
county clerk.
So the borough doesn't.
And that one is free.
That's
It's
right.
part of the redemption.
That's part of the redemption. Now, if the mortgage company doesn't do their job, or John Smith doesn't do his job, or Billy Bob Jones doesn't do his job, that's what it's about. It's not about the purchasers, it has nothing to do with the purchasers, okay? If it was, a purchaser can get a title search done at any point in time to ascertain what's out there and what's not out there. It's unfortunate that this circumstance happened, but your ordinance says that that's the fee, and the fee's really directed to lenders. They're the primary people who redeem it. Not 100%, sometimes the actual people do it, but more often than not, it's the lenders. And I'm sure this municipality and other municipalities got tired of the lenders just dropping them on the ground and not doing anything, and there'd be constant, we need another one, we need another one, we need another one. And you can appreciate that from the 2008 to probably 2013, 14 time when things were slow, okay, and mortgage companies weren't finalizing their foreclosures and putting properties up for sale, et cetera, that this is what was happening. They were paying the taxes, redeeming certificates, but not doing anything. So that's the purpose of it. It's not geared in any way to hurt a purchaser. It's just one of those things. What probably has occurred, and I don't know, is that the lenders who had the responsibility to do this may be, been serving you since yesterday and now out of business. So it may be the perfect storm, but I want you to understand, you're certainly free to consider whatever you want to consider in your fee ordinances,
Well, what if the first time is free? It's the second time
and
that,
the third and the fourth and the fifth time.
that's when the.
First time goes, you
ordinance-
come in, you own the property, you do the tax
Pay
sale,
it.
boom, you pay, we hand you the certificate,
And it's free.
and it's free.
Correct,
But-
and they get a letter with it that says,
Do they have to go to the
contact
county?
county clerk, I give them the phone
Right.
number to remove the lien from their deed.
Okay, so they don't do it. Years later, it comes of record on title, and now they want to come and get another one. And then now this is when the $100
It has to be
comes.
recreated.
Yes,
And
and
it's
so
very
it has to
time
be.
consuming.
Right.
I did 10 of them this morning, and
For 10 different properties or 10 for one property?
9
One
for
property.
his,
Oh, you said
and
today?
1 for someone else.
It's just time consuming. Takes-
Yeah,
First time
and
consuming.
public school's closed. So it's not a little, oh, here's a piece of paper.
Yes,
It's
it's not.
It's much more involved than that, okay? And you have an ordinance that says what it says. If you choose tomorrow to change the ordinance, then it's prospective. I think it'd be in legal difficulties to give people rebates because they don't like an ordinance. I think that would be legally a problem. Because once you do that, then you get to do it for everybody. I don't like my tax rate, I think my sewer bill's too high, whatever it might be, okay? We can all make those arguments. But I wanted you to understand the basis of, okay, it's geared to the people redeeming and it has nothing to do with the purchasers. Bob, unfortunately, got the perfect storm of having one that had 9 tax sales certificates out against it, but it is what it is. I just wanted you to know, understand.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Is there any other business? Okay, is there a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion.
I second.
Motion by Mr. Lowenstein, second by Mr. Farrell, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?